Hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of J&J's podcast, a spin-off from the main series. I'm your host Joe, here with me is my co-host.
And I'm Jake.
He is Jake. And with us today in the studio we have got Jack Shard of the Grey Horse. Hello.
Boo.
How are you?
I was doing great until I seen Jake.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, you're our first guest, welcome.
Couldn't have picked a better one.
I know, exactly. I know we have rather a lot of fun, don't we?
Yeah,
especially in the main podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a bit of a milestone here since I've turned up. First one-on-one interview.
Yeah.
And first spin-off of the main podcast.
Yeah.
Do you like doing the main podcast?
I do. I love doing the main podcast. It's a nice time. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Depends how much Jake's down there.
Yeah. Roasting you about being in all planets.
With his little
and
comments
stuff.
down the air all the time.
You like it.
You love picking on me.
Yeah.
But no, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a nice time to connect.
Yeah.
Okay, so sort of leading into the first question then. How long have you been here?
It'll be 2 years in March. I've been here.
So next,
not too long.
So next March.
Yeah, next March.
So you're still fairly new then. Well, not fairly new.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm new. I'd say I'm just past the new threshold, but I'm not quite.
You're just
like
like
the old stuff.
You're a month old, or so.
Yeah.
You're like in between the 6 month and the year gap.
I'm not quite the newest, but I'm not quite the oldest. I'm just here.
And you've just hit your knee.
I have.
Okay, and do you enjoy it?
Yeah,
where,
of course.
where do you go? I know you're here a lot. So
I do the radio, obviously.
Yeah.
You see me doing the podcast a lot.
Mm-hmm.
well,
But for the most part, I actually run the sports group for Pure.
wow.
Usually Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah.
I have a group every day, and we'll do loads of different sports. We do basketball, football. We've got a football team actually.
Wow.
Badminton, you name it, we'll have a try.
And where's that?
That's up at Brinnington.
Oh yeah.
Not too far from where we are now.
In the old youth centre.
Indeed.
Oh
yes.
That place.
Yeah.
And me. Oh, that's another story for another time. But
I look forward to it.
No. So outside of Pure, then.
Yeah.
Is there anything you like to do? I know you mentioned bits and pieces to us in general conversation.
Do you know what? I don't really do a lot anymore.
Yeah, do about that? I know one thing you like doing.
Go on then. What?
Breaking your knee.
Do you know what, Jake? Yeah, you're right. It's a common thing for me to go out and just smash my knee.
Yeah, don't be touching your knee now.
It's all good now. It's all good. But no, outside of work, I pretty much just keep to myself at the moment.
I don't blame.
I quite like going on my walks and stuff. So
Yeah.
I go up to the Peak District, Duffstone.
Breaking your other knee.
Breaking my other knee. I'm not gonna get away.
That's two. That's two right.
But yeah, no, just
Yeah.
simple things really.
Yeah.
Nothing too much. No big commitments.
Okay. Jake, do you want to ask a question? Because I've just realised I've taken the lead on this the entire thing. It might as well just be Joe's podcast. Go on.
It's okay. It takes me a while to come up with
Okay, well,
questions.
tell you what, you have a think then. So other than your walking then, would you say that's become sort of a hobby?
Oh no, definitely.
For you?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you have any others? Do you possess any other hobbies or anything you want to do in the future, like hobbies-wise in the future that you have not yet achieved?
Well, I want to get back into my football.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot of football.
Another place to break your knee.
Definitely. That's probably one thing stopping me from doing the football.
Yeah.
But no, it's other than that, there's been a few little things that I always mention. You know, I've been saying for years I want to go and do some boxing or some other sports outside, and it comes to doing it, and I realise I'm lazy.
You want to do boxing?
Yeah.
You wait now.
I was hoping you'd be my first match, to be honest.
Oh,
I mean, I can be.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
Should we get it set up?
I'd pay to see that. No, so I think that's the majority of questions I can think of. Have you got any? We should have wrote some questions down, but for the first
Do
episode.
you just want a pause and write down and...
No, I'm coming up with something that's the conversation.
We got it.
So, I've got one then. So, obviously, you mentioned football is an interest.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Like, have you got like a passion? Have you had a passion since you was like a kid? Like going back to your earliest
For football?
Yeah, well, just anything.
Anything.
Football, anything else other than football.
Sports in general, to be honest.
Yeah. So you've always been very athletic.
Been very, very sporty.
Yeah.
And as you know, very hyperactive.
Well, we do know that. Yes. Just see episodes of the podcast where we've been roasting each other.
But no, sports is, it's probably my main hobby and interest. Either that or music, one of the two.
Oh, music, yeah. Speaking of someone who also does like music, definitely.
It's definitely, I think music's probably the better one. You can connect with everyone through music. You know, not everyone likes sports, but everyone likes music, no matter what it is.
Anywhere you'd like to go, like travelling. Like, have you ever wanted to go and just see the world?
See, that's exactly like you said. I'd love to just come and see the world. There's not one specific.
Nowhere specific. Have you been?
I have not been anywhere.
Really?
Really.
You've been on home soil all your life then?
Pretty much, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I left the country on a school trip to go to Belgium.
There's a start there.
Yeah.
I would count that.
I wouldn't count it as a holiday because it's more of a school trip, but that's the only time I've left the country.
Fair enough.
But no, hopefully in the next year or two I can get my passport and I can see where I end up. Cause some trouble abroad.
They'll be sending you back.
I think that's why I've never gone. They didn't want me.
Okay. Well, anything you'd like to ask us?
Where you'd like to go?
Scotland.
Anywhere
Hands down.
Anywhere without me. Cheers, Jane. Cheers.
Oh, you are.
Where in Scotland? Anywhere in particular?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What would it be? Is there a period you'd want to go? Would it be a Christmas visit to Edinburgh?
Either in the summer or round about this time of like now we're filming in.
Do you know what? Around this time of year, Edinburgh's meant to be beautiful.
Yeah. Snowy and
their Christmas markets are at the bottom of this big hill where there's a big castle on top, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you pictures later.
Oh, we will.
I've never been there.
Really nice.
You've never been to Edinburgh?
I want to.
I'd also like to go up to Fort William and Malé on the train. I think I've mentioned that in one of my interviews.
How long is that? How long of a journey?
Oh, blimey.
About 6 hours.
Probably. I'll have to. Well, to get there, it's probably going to take a good long while. But from Fort William to Malaga, it probably does take a couple of hours on the train. But I'd do it the traditional way. The steam engine wouldn't. Which they've now finished.
Is there a way, you're probably the best person to ask this, to go from Land's End all the way up by train? Is that something you do?
That is something I'd do, yes. And there is you can do that. I mean, it'd cost you a bomb.
Oh,
you'd
no,
have to do it you could go on around. Obviously, you'd have to change 500 times, but you could do that.
But that'd be a nice one. You'd see the whole country then, wouldn't you? Through the one line.
Travel's a passion, and I think, as you said, connecting with people on music, you can connect with people on travel as well. I've been there. I've been there.
That's it, 100%. Jake, anywhere you'd want to go, apart from somewhere that I
love how you've just turned this round. You're now interviewing us.
Yeah.
Always my podcast.
Where do I want to go? Dubai, London, Edinburgh, Palma, New York.
Palma, is that Italy?
Palma.
Yeah.
Panama hat.
What? I'm not actually too sure.
Panama hat.
I'm going to have to... No, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I need to double check that, because I'm sure Palma's Italy.
I think Palma's in Britain, isn't it?
I think we should have...
You could be right, mate. I'm not... actually, yes, saying that, I think you are right. I think it is Spain. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Oh, God knows. Sorry,
You're thinking of Panama hats?
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking of Paramore.
What would you do in Dubai, Jake?
In Dubai...
They'd probably go stealing Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm tempted.
Yeah, he's not actually going to commit a crime.
Yeah, no.
No. He's not going to steal Lamborghinis.
No.
You'd like to drive one, though?
Doing that, I actually been in the couple of Lamborghini.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Where was that?
Well, that was in 2018 when I was raising money for my dad's brother.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So yeah, I've been in a Lamborghini.
How did you raise money? What did you do to raise the funds?
I did like an auction, like a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And then we go like bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Was that local or?
yeah, that was local.
Yeah.
Because we do it at the Concord, not too far from
Oh,
me.
okay. Yeah. Did you? How much did you make? Do you know?
It was in the thousands.
Oh, yeah, so you made a good bit of money.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Oh, no, well done. Congratulations.
I think I've been in the port as well.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Did I go in the bar as well?
So is that one of your interests? Do you like your cars?
I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What cars do you like? Is it just do you have a like for all cars or
Or
is it
general.
Just, do you like your high-end supercars?
Yeah, high-end,
Yeah.
like Ferrari, BMW, Ford. There's a car which I saw ages ago called the Casanova,
Oh right, okay.
with the got Wi-Fi in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a few cars that have got
Yeah,
Wi-Fi
there is.
nowadays. Teslas
Yeah.
all do.
Oh yeah, Tesla.
Most trains do now.
I can pay for Wi-Fi in my car.
What, in that Audi?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I can pay. It's like £15 a month for Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's probably a good job you didn't have it in the other
Yeah.
week, didn't you? Yeah. It's probably a
Definitely.
good job you've not had it in, yeah.
But no, cars definitely. I feel like all guys have some form of
Yeah.
transport.
Yeah.
That they're interested in. Obviously, yours is
Yeah,
trains.
I do like a car though. I do like some cars.
See,
I'm
I've
not
always
like-
been very into.
I'm
my
not a
cars.
petrol head. I'm
Yeah,
more of a
I am.
steam
definitely.
oil and yeah.
Yeah, see, I've been brought up in garages, all my family
yeah.
mechanics, so
Well, there you
I
go.
had to be a petrol head whether I wanted to or not.
No, we'll have
But-
to convert you to steam.
Yeah, but no, that's nice though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So.
My head just went blank, sorry, I was about to say something interesting.
Probably wasn't interesting.
No, you're right, it
Well,
definitely wasn't.
this is the thing with this side of the podcast. Our bit
It's more of a
is
calm
that
approach.
it's informal. We
Yeah.
don't have to have a specific topic. We
Yeah.
can go into anything. Like I say, you've just turned it around and started asking us questions.
Yeah.
It's
I'm the
fine.
host now.
It's fine. Well, no, you're not. Not yet.
It's just the J podcast. Featuring JJ.
Yeah, well, no, this is the thing, though. This is the kind of thing we were saying, wasn't it,
Yeah,
last
yeah,
week? We
yeah.
want something a bit more informal to the main, something you can have
No,
a
yeah,
laugh
it's
in
nice.
and let him roast you,
Yeah?
but on a small scale as well, because,
no, definitely.
this
It's
is,
a lot more
this is
personal.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as we go on, we'll have to start like having mugs and stuff on
Yeah, I
the table,
know.
making
I
this
know.
corner of the
Do you
studio.
know what?
like
I want to have a word with the production company of this podcast anyway, because I've not been offered a brew, I've not been offered anything. I was told, come
See,
on.
Mark, he's our production.
I didn't even
See,
know
Mark,
he was
he's our
filming until you started. Poor Mark was trying to do his own thing, and you just went, Mark, film for me.
I didn't. He
See what I mean?
He offered.
I'm going on strike. I can't go on strike, I'm a guest.
You forget your limits.
We'll
Well,
figure it out.
Well then, sort of, where are we up to? Where are we up to on the minutes?
You're up to 13 minutes.
13 minutes. Blimey, and how much we've got in. We've actually got no structure. We really should plan this better.
Yeah.
That's fault on us.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what
I
about the
mean,
next
for the
time?
first well, I technically call this the pilot. This is episode 1 pilot.
Or episode 0.
I've already said episode 1 in the introduction.
Zero.
What? So this is right. Sorry for my earlier blunders. This is episode 0. Jake.
Happy not.
Yeah.
Episode 0.1.
I'm going to keep changing it every time.
Yeah. Shush now. If you're not going to ask questions, shush. Okay. So leading us back in. So we've talked about travel. We've talked about your interests, and your
Yeah.
hobbies. Is there anything else you want us to ask? Like, obviously, I've not done many interviews myself, so I've been interviewed twice now, but I've not interviewed, so I'm a bit.
Well,
This is a bit of a learning thing for me as well
Yeah.
because I've not done it on this side.
what made you want to join Pure?
Yeah, there you go.
You want to join
yeah.
Pure?
Finally, you come up with something useful.
No, it's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
To be very honest, I started Pure because 3 of my mates worked here.
That's boring, isn't it?
Give over, I'm not finished. So, when I first started at Pure, I was doing other things, I wasn't very happy.
No.
I spoke to Harry,
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
and Anthony, who you won't have met.
No, I think he's in some of the earlier episodes.
Yeah. So, them 3 all worked here, and I was off doing my own thing. And I was in the process of looking for a new job, and
Yeah.
I just said, "Is there any jobs going at Pure?" Harry said, "Yeah." So I applied, and at first I wasn't really sure what it was that they did.
Yeah.
I knew briefly, but I
Yeah.
didn't know any details. And then I come in and spoke to, I want to say it was Alan and Justine. And
Yeah.
obviously they told me more about the role.
Yeah.
I come down and seen some of the clients that were at the building that I went to for my interview.
Yeah.
And
So you
just
came in
instantly
for a
loved
bit
it.
of a taster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd done support pretty much my whole life. I've been a carer since I was young, so it was nothing new really. It was just something nice and exciting.
And what's your favourite bit about working here? There's a point. What's your favourite bit?
Definitely the clients.
Yeah.
Like all of you guys,
Yeah.
100%.
Whenever I come in on Monday, like today, I've obviously been a bit this morning.
Yeah.
I've come in here, and you've made me laugh.
No,
And that's what I like
Yeah.
about having you here.
Well, that's what we aim to do.
Yeah.
That's always the goal.
Because you're funny. He
Yeah.
roasts you every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like he's just been
But we
doing
won't have
now.
it anymore.
Yeah. No,
We
exactly.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. I know. It's
Yeah.
like me and Jake. Oh.
Got it again.
Do you know what? I can't deny it because you got that one.
Busted on camera.
So
Yeah.
but like I said, it's the bonds like this, like me and Jake,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
We will just say.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if people hear how we talk to each other, they'd think we're being horrible.
I know.
Yeah,
But it is
like,
purely just.
and then I've started since
Yeah.
sort of my
Yeah.
arrival
Yeah.
here. I've joined in.
Yeah.
So,
100%. This
Yeah.
is what it's about. Though.
Yeah.
It's the being able to have a laugh with you and
Yeah.
just a normal conversation and just
Yeah.
a normal bit of fun.
And if there was anything you could not change, but if there was anything you could introduce to either the sports or over here at the radio, if someone turned and said to you, right, Jack, we need something new, we need something that there's a new one, we need a new initiative, or the discussion's open for a new idea. What would you bring to the table?
Are we talking new ideas in a new project or?
No, like something like a new idea within an existing project, or if you were able to open a new project, what would you do? Because
to be honest, there's a project that Pure and Oldham do that we don't do that I really like the sound of. And I've made it very clear since I started to all my managers. They have this thing called the Wood Shack.
Oh yeah.
Which is.
I think I've heard mention of it here and there.
Essentially, it's just. How do I explain it? It's just a wood shack. You go in, you make different things out of wood. It might be a bird feeder. It might.
Like the tactile way.
Woodwork textiles, that kind of stuff. Like I've always said I'd give that a go.
Yeah.
As for the radio, I think the only thing I could introduce to this would be to bring out the more media side, because it's obviously radio and media.
Yeah.
Could do more things with the cameras. With the green screen, because at the minute the only thing we really use this for, bar the shorts and stuff, is me and Joe making daft edits and me on the chase and stuff like that.
Well, no, but that's good though.
Yeah.
That's good. It shows the creative thing.
I've got all qualifications in all of that, so it'd perfectly.
You wouldn't be a good host if you.
Oh no,
definitely.
definitely.
I mean, I know you do go off on your tangents.
Yeah.
But like I say.
No, sometimes when I've actually properly prepared, it can go okay. But
apart from when we start.
So that's it. When any of my podcasts, if any of them mention It's just pretty much Jake's fault, really.
Yeah, we'll blame it all on you.
I mean, to be fair, we managed to get through one the other day.
Yeah.
A full podcast.
Yeah, was
And
that...
Jake wasn't here.
Oh yeah.
Was that, I don't think I was here either, or was it? No, I don't think I
He
was.
wasn't.
No, I think
he wasn't.
I was
It
off
was
ill.
on Thursday. No, can't have been Thursday. Sure, it must have been Wednesday last week.
Oh, I'm not here.
What
but-
did you
yeah.
talk about?
Well, that's a good question.
What did we talk about? I should remember. It was only last week.
Was it
it
recorded?
was
recorded?
Santa Claus, I think.
Oh,
That
I've
was
seen
Tuesday,
it.
that was.
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not here on a Tuesday. I'm at home.
No, I know you.
But no, we did a big podcast about Santa Claus and
Yeah.
the origins,
Yeah.
what it come from, what it represents.
Yeah.
But
Can you tell us a bit about it?
no, you'll have to watch the video.
Yeah, you will have to watch it. You will have to watch it.
Selfless
Um,
plug.
Yeah. Oh, fine.
Yeah,
But,
Very good.
no. Have you ever admired any other creators' work? So, like people in this field. Like, I'm not trying to plug myself in here from outside. Well, you know what I do outside, but by all means, mention me if you want.
What do you mean in this field?
Like, you do media, like of any topic, like not just radio, but like YouTube, TikTok, you know, stuff. Like I said, there's probably more
I don't
feeds
think-
than
yeah,
I know, but
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
there's one person in particular, in any sense that I'd look at. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. But
Ouch!
No, let me finish. So I don't think there's one person in particular.
I was waiting for an advertising plug then.
Go and follow the train spotter.
Train spotters,
Spotters.
because there's more of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train spotters. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
inspiration.
there's more than
Uh,
there is a particular person or people's, my team and me
Yeah.
and him.
But no, if I'm being very honest, I don't think
I'm
there's
joking
one-
about
no,
the
I know,
advert
I know.
plug, but you can, you
I
can.
don't think there's one person in particular that I look at and go, yes, I want to be like them.
No.
But it might be
You
small bits from a collective of people. Do you know what I mean? So it might
Yeah.
be, I want to have
Yeah.
the work ethic that such a person has,
Yeah.
but I'd like to be showing myself how this person does instead. Do you know what I mean? It's like a big,
yeah.
little bits and
So
bobs from
it's
everywhere.
ideas
instead
that come.
Yeah.
You get inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of 100%.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you get inspiration from me.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a question.
Go on then.
Before you started Pure,
Yeah.
did Pure whip up the adaptation?
Did Pure live up to my expectations?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jake, that was me worrying. You were going to be a daft question. That was actually very interesting.
I thought I was about
I don't mean that in an awful way, but knowing you when the opportunity arises.
Yeah,
Pure
Yeah.
live up to my expectations.
Like,
Do you know what? That is a really good question, Jake.
careful now because the manager's up the watch.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think.
Don't worry.
Because, to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't really know what my expectations were coming in anyway.
No, because you've become sort of part of the furniture.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
when I first started,
It's in
obviously
armchair.
I'd heard bits, so I had. I kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah.
So you'd heard bits and pieces about Pure, and then you come in and you actually saw it for yourself, and that was it.
I'd
Yeah.
say it was how. I'd say my expectations were met because
Yeah.
I was expecting. I knew what to expect. Like
Yeah.
I was told the ins and outs
Yeah.
already once I got the job.
Yeah.
Like I said, I knew 3 or 4 people that worked here already.
Yeah,
So
and-
I'd just speak to them.
And
That's
then you
fair
met,
enough.
and then you met Reed, and then you're like,
Give over. Give
no,
over.
no, but
No.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
But no.
yeah.
And I think now my mind's gone blank with you being daft. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Question I should have asked earlier on. Do you watch TV? Do you watch much TV or like streaming services? and that?
Well, somewhat,
Yeah. Do you have a favourite show?
Attack on Titan.
I've never watched that, you know. Never watched it.
I know what it, but it'd be something that you might like.
Yes, but there's like 3 that I'm always torn between.
It doesn't matter what movie or do.
Yeah, with series I tend to watch the same ones over and over and over.
Well, that's fair enough. Because so do I.
But there's always like 3 or 4 that I've got on repeat.
Okay, well, you can list them.
It's between The Simpsons,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
which I'm actually devastated because last night I officially finished The Simpsons. All 35.
Well, haven't they got
seasons.
another? They can't.
It'll be
like,
out in a
finish.
few months.
So there you
New
go. You've
seasons
got more
out.
series
Yeah.
to come.
But so it'll be between The Simpsons,
Right.
Prison Break,
I've not seen Prison
but
Break.
only the first 2 seasons. After that,
The rest of it's just.
it's
Well,
just
yeah, they
rinse and
can.
repeat after
It
that.
can flop.
Yeah.
After a while.
And Top Boy, but the original one, not the new Netflix
Never heard of
adaptation.
Never heard.
It's,
of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, my
It's like it's to do with all gangs and stuff like that.
Right.
It's to be honest, it's a good watch, but it's set
Yeah, I think
in
we've got
London.
background noise. It's a door shut. Sorry, just to cut you off there.
Yeah, don't be yapping.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it'd be either Simpsons, Top Boy, Prison Break, and I know Simpsons is such an odd one out in that list.
No, because Simpsons is like a
Oh,
classic.
do you know what? We'll also put Shameless up in that list.
The American dub or the
No,
UK?
English.
Yeah.
That is probably my ultimate comfort show.
Okay.
Reminds me
Fair.
of my grandma's house as a kid.
Oh
Can tell
well,
what background
where are we up to? How are we doing?
26 minutes.
Oh, we've got like a few more minutes to play with.
Yeah.
So, you got anything you want to ask him, or do you want to just you go ahead and start roasting?
I've been doing that on my way. Oh, no, not on my way, because I have not met him on my way, but I've been.
As long as you've known me.
Yeah,
Do you want to just get some roast out?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm doing the blanket.
Oh! He's speechless! The roast master's run out of roasts!
Doing the blanket.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't matter.
Video's ended now. Took too long.
Yeah, it took too long.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I'm going to just ask you a couple of questions now.
Okay.
See, as a host of the main podcast,
Yeah.
I know I've only done a couple of skits as the host, but what do you think to our like obviously you're the first guest, so we're going to ask you what do you think to this? You know, do you think
I
this
think
is
it's a good
something?
idea. I think it's no, I do think it's a good idea. I think it's nice to see that you are taking the lead as well yourselves and wanting to do that little bit more. But like I say, it's good that everyone's eager to learn, and you know you can get the guests and all the things like that. And
When Jake sort of said, "Oh, you know, I want to do my own podcast," I said, "Well, so do I," because it's something I've wanted to do since going into the world of YouTube, but equally not having the tech to do it on my own, nor the finances to get stuff like this.
No, definitely. Well, it's,
Well,
again, coming back to what we
yeah.
said before about it being a bit more personal, it's the main podcast is always very structured.
Yeah, within
It's
reason.
supposed to be.
There's
very
always a
structured.
topic. There's always.
That's
See,
it.
whereas we've just sat down, we've had sort of an interview, we've sort of discussed bits, topics, and that's what we wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With brief topics off script.
Yeah, and that's it. It's a chance for
Or did
not
you even you?
But yeah, it's a chance for not just yourselves to have your own platform.
Yeah.
You can freely speak about what you want.
Yeah.
Also for the audience to see that it's not just the main podcast where we're only talking about set things. It's your own individual people. You have your own interests, your own lives, and you can connect more with people this way.
And like I said, we won't always have guests on, but we will. We did say, didn't we, from the off when we were discussing the idea with Joe, that we'd have people. That door's open again. We'd have some people on. Firstly, we're keeping it exclusive to here, because of course staff availability and client availability. But eventually, we would like to get other people in if they're available, because people we haven't met. Because it's a good way to extend the arm of, especially for me, because I'm still relatively new. I'm about September, October, November. I'm about 4 months old now. Here myself, so it's good for me to. I knew you were going to do that. But we'll get you in the next one. But
Yeah, we will.
No, I'm glad being our first guest. I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's a good point to end on.
Yeah.
Really. Have you
No
got
problem.
anything else you want to throw in just before we do?
No.
No, Jake.
No.
No, are you sure? No roast?
No.
I'm surprised how speechless you are. To
Yeah,
watch
we
Jake's
did,
roast, you're going to have to go back through like however many episodes of the podcast because he was roasting me last week when I was hosting the main one. So,
Yeah.
without further ado, thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Jack, for coming on. Thank you to Mark for being production. Mark, we're going to have to stop paying you.
Yeah.
Thank you to you. Well, thank you to you. You've not been roasting. You've not been roasting, but thank you. I was really worried that it was just going to be consistent roasts. You've got one chance to roast him now. Can you roast him?
Mark in the video.
No, hang on.
You're weird. That's okay.
Thank you very much for watching the first episode, pilot episode, whatever you want to call it, of the J&J's podcast. We shall see you next Monday, same time, same place. Goodbye.
Goodbye.